Welcome back to AppSec Unlocked. I'm your host, Edwin Kwan. In our last episode, we talked about building an effective security champions program. Today, we're tackling something even bigger. How to make security training actually work for developers. Let's be honest, most security training is boring, really boring. Annual compliance videos, outdated slideshows, generic best practices that don't apply to your tech stack. No wonder developers tune out, but it doesn't have to be this way. Let's start with what doesn't work. I recently asked developers about their security training experiences. Here are some responses. It's always the same generic OWASP top 10 presentation. There's nothing specific to our actual code bases or challenges. They teach us what not to do, but never how to do it right. The fundamental problem: traditional security training treat developers like potential threats rather than partners in security. It focuses on what not to do instead of enabling secure development. But here's the thing, developers want to write secure code. I've never met a developer who tells me that they want to write insecure software. They just need the right tools, knowledge, and context to do it effectively. Before we dive into solutions, let's understand how developers learn best. They learn by doing, not by watching. They need immediate feedback. They want to understand the why behind some of the security controls. They prefer language and framework-specific examples so that they can relate to it. And they love solving puzzles and challenges. This is why traditional death by PowerPoint training fails. It ignores all these fundamental principles of how developers actually learn and retain information. So, what works? Let's break down the key elements of effective developer security training. First, make it relevant. Use your actual tech stack. Include real vulnerabilities you've found. And show examples from your code base. Sanitize it, of course. Second, make it hands-on, such as interactive code examples, live coding sessions, CTF, capture the flag exercises, and bug bounty programs. And third, make it continuous. Use short, frequent training sessions. Have security tips in code reviews. Do weekly security challenges. And integrate with the development tools. So here's a pro tip. Create a library of 5-minute security videos addressing specific vulnerabilities. Developers can watch them when they encounter these issues in their code reviews. All right, let's look at tools and techniques. Let's get practical. Let's look at what actually works. First, IDE security plugins. Show security issues as developers code. This way, it provides immediate feedback and it can suggest secure alternatives. What also works is interactive training platforms. Security-focused coding challenges, framework-specific security exercises, and competitive elements and leaderboards. And have a custom CTF environment that's based on your tech stack, that's inspired by real-world scenarios, and has progressively difficulty levels. The goal isn't to turn developers into security experts, it's to help them write more secure code within their existing workflow. Let's talk about measuring success. How do you know if your training is working? Look for these indicators. Is there a reduction in security bugs found in production? Has there been an increase in security issues caught in code review? And are there higher scores in security assessments? Are there also more security-related questions in design reviews? For qualitative metrics, do you have development engagement in security discussions? What is the quality of security-related pull request comments? And is security being proactively considered in planning? So here's what you should do. First, audit your current training program. Next, identify your tech stack specific security challenges, followed by build hands-on exercises around these challenges. Next, integrate security feedback into daily development. And lastly, measure and iterate based on results. Next episode, we'll dive into how to measure the effectiveness of your security awareness program at scale. But for now, I'd love to hear about your developer training experiences. What worked, what hasn't. This is AppSec Unlocked, and I'm Edwin Kwan. Thanks for listening.